Even stuff from the Mexican made all the way up to the custom shop stuff and a wall of Strats. It's cool to see all this stuff, and it's been a really good run for us here with all the Fender stuff.
I see that Fender Strat right there. That looks nice.
That is nice, man. That's like such a classic too, the Sunburst.
And you pointed out the Sir guitars, man. You played quite a few of those. You guys have had those, a lot of those in here.
Yeah, when Sir kind of first hit the scene, they started like popping up all over YouTube and like session players, you know, and so we kind of looked into getting some of them.
I've played a few. I mean, I played a few here. I think we probably did some videos on a couple. This is the Gibson wall. We got the Fender on one side, and then we've got, you guys have obviously a lot of other brands you've carried, but I mean, you had just, well, you still do have an array of like Fender over here and then Gibson back behind us here.
Yeah, and so Gibson, since we announced the closure of the store, Gibson has been going out like crazy. A lot of Gibson and a lot of PRS too. Like it was so much more than it is now, but there's still a decent amount left. The Les Paul world and SGs are like, they're going quick. I don't think we have any more standard SGs, only custom shop, and only a few standard Les Pauls left.
Wow, man. If I were gonna take a guitar home today, it would be this Jackson right here. I saw this on one of your social media posts, and I think this is one of the higher end Jacksons too.
Yeah, that's funny that you said that because I knew it, dude. I knew it. Like as soon as I saw that thing, I thought of you actually.
So Cliff, how did this all start for you, dude?
Yeah, man, crazy story. I moved to Tampa to go to school for audio engineering, which I did. But during the day, I was working at a tiny little guitar shop over in Hyde Park. And that shop was going under. It was just me running in a very, very small shop when the owner walked in, the owner of this place walked in one day and was going to be buying the inventory. I ended up selling a guitar to a young lady right there. Actually, the lady was like, Jared Leto's in town. I want to buy a guitar so that he can sign it. And I was like, oh, that's exciting, blah, blah, blah. Ended up selling it to her. And then Kyle, the owner, was like, wow, that was really good. You're hired. Basically, you want a job. Nice, and so first employee of Replay Guitar Exchange, and grew with this company for about 12 years. For like a little while there, we didn't even have a storefront. It was just Kyle and I driving around buying gear for the shop. Yeah, just to build inventory, right? And then over time, we became dealers for Gibson, Fender, Martin Taylor, and finally got the storefront here. Yeah. And I've been here ever since.
And this is back in what?
So 2015, or even I might have even started working for Kyle in 2014 even.
So dude, this is the stage where so many things happened.
Yeah.
I saw Chris Broderick here. I remember he came in and he was given like a workshop here. I think that was back in 2016 or 17. I can't quite remember.
Yeah, almost a decade ago, which is really crazy to think about.
I met Nita Strauss here as well. I remember she gave like some really like valuable tips. I think I got some like hand stretches that she does from her. I also met Dave Ellefson here as well. And that was really, really cool, man. And I think I've got like some signed pictures from both Chris and Dave. So just some great times, man.
One of my favorite clinics we ever had here was Bumblefoot, who is the guitar player he was playing with Guns N' Roses at the time, but he's also a very accomplished, solo artist. And I didn't really know too much about him, but then when he came in, dude, like the best performance I've ever seen. And just the way he explained things was really cool. And he was just like down to earth, like a really cool people person. A lot of really cool rock stars. And I'm sure that's even them. I'm sure a lot of people will miss this.
I even did like a small workshop here, I think back in 2020 or 21 or something.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah.
That was during the COVID times. I think we streamed it online or something like that. But that was a lot of fun, man.
Man, I remember even the first night that we opened when we had somebody play. Looking back over all the clinics over all the years, Alex Skolnick, who from Testament, he played here, and he actually just reached out recently. He just said sorry to hear about the closure of the store.
I can't believe I missed that one. That's one I love Alex's playing. I wish I could have. I don't know what I was doing that night. Who knows?
Yeah. The old acoustic room.
I love this room, dude.
Me too. It's one of the coolest looking rooms in any guitar shop I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Definitely has some vibe and some class to it. And it's looking very bare now since the announcement that we're closing. A lot of acoustics have come and gone.
This wall, or these walls rather, used to be filled with acoustics here.
Yep, people bought them all up. And there was a bunch of amps down there.
I remember that.
And I think we have like one Taylor guitar left.
My wife Candy over there checking out the stools.
They're really cool stools, honestly. I have no idea where we got them.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So I think that's the stool I bought my Martin. I think you sat there, babe. And then I was on the stool behind me here.
The stools of truth. You play an acoustic guitar on it and you're like, oh, I'm going to have to get this.
Yeah, how cool are these stools? I love playing metal guitar. I love playing metal. That's my heart. I love playing electric. But if you took that away from me and said I could never play electric again and I just had to play acoustic, I'd be okay with that. I'd actually be okay with that.
Me too.
I play acoustic just as much as I play electric guitar.
Me too, man. I find myself just picking up the acoustic at least 15 to 20 minutes every night before bed, you know, just...
There's something that's emotional and heartfelt. Not that playing electric doesn't have that, but it's just different. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just different. Now we're getting into the string theory of the universe, right?
Philosophical.
Yeah, we'll go deep on that one. I taught you a power chord a long time ago. I don't know if you remember it. Okay.
So this room where we usually film and we usually shoot.
You guys probably remember this on many of my videos. We filmed so many videos here, man.
Yeah, tons. But originally, when we were opening, and I was helping design the layout of the whole storefront, this was going to be a studio space, like a live room, actually, and it's really treated. So if I go like that, there's like no reverb time. I don't know if it'll capture well on video, but I promise there's very little reverb time.
There's none, man.
And then we got like these studio windows and big high STC rated doors, so you can play guitar in here really loud and you won't be able to hear it. Of course, we changed it from being a studio to an amp room because, you know, we're a guitar retail shop. We want to sell amplifiers. But yeah, that's the OG story to this room.
All right, so Cliff and I, we are not bass players. I see we still have a lot of basses in here.
Yeah, there's still a decent amount, although it is highly dwindled compared to the amount that we had. A lot of really amazing Tampa bass players coming here, and just throughout the whole United States, people coming in here. I've seen some really killer bass players.
And this is one of the setup rooms here, as you can see. Cliff, I think you guys set up, I don't know how many guitars you did work on.
I can't even imagine the amount over the years.
Why are we closing down? Why are we not moving to another building, if we can get into that?
Yeah, there's a bunch of factors. One of the biggest ones is that, probably the biggest one, is that this whole plaza was purchased by an investment company, and there's plans to restructure and redo the whole thing. So, yeah, that's the biggest one. And the owner just was like, hey, you know, it's been a really good run. He's obviously losing his build out here and everything, and I think he just wants to move on to the next thing, you know?
I'll say this. You know, I'm all for making as much money that you want to make as an investor or whatever, you know, but I just wish people would care a little bit more about the community impact and that sort of thing. Maybe I'm out of line by saying that. You know, I don't know all the details. We were also close to another business, Bootleggers Brewing. They had to shut down because the rent was being jacked up or whatever. And I don't know all the ins and outs, but it's just, man, I just wish I wish things were a little bit more sustainable for local businesses. It seems like it's tougher for a local independent business to do business these days, and I don't know. That's a rabbit hole, you know.
I don't think you're out of line by saying that at all. It's sad to see a lot of things become corporatized and whatnot, and truly, with the closure of this guitar store, is like the biggest, best independent guitar store in Florida, as far as I'm concerned. And so
absolutely, man. Yeah.
It really sucks. There's a ton of the local community who are really hurting from this and really heartbroken over it, myself included. You know, I put a ton of my life into it.
You have.
And it's a shame, but you know, we're one chapter ends, another one begins, or
right.
you know, there's going to be doors. You just got to have the courage to walk through them. You know, so
that's it. Yeah, there will always be doors. There'll always be other, you know, the next chapter, and that's coming up. So, dude, I want to share real quick how you and I met. I think it was this guitar thing, this charity that we were doing, charity event at Coppertail Brewing. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how you got in touch with me, or don't remember how all that happened. But
from what I remember, because dang, that's 10 years ago.
It's a long time ago, man. Yeah.
I was over at Coppertail Brewing, and we were doing a guitar solo competition. You, I think, won or got second place.
I don't remember, something like that, but I just remember, yeah, it was just a cool event, and so that's where you and I actually met.
Right, I was running sound, and I met you, and it was a ton of fun. I think you had come to the guitar shop and got involved. Yeah. I didn't even start doing YouTube or any of the marketing for Replay yet for like another 3 or 4 years. Yeah. But was watching your journey as you grew, and then got to talking with you after Chris Broderick came through.
That's right. That's when it was. Okay, and after that, that's when I started filming here. We started, hey, let's try to promote some of this. It would be good for my channel, just content that you guys would not normally get from my channel, featuring some guitars and amps and such. And of course, it was great for the store as well. So it was one of those win-win situations, which is what we always like to create.
Yeah, absolutely. When every party wins, right?
Yeah. So Cliff, what is your plan, dude? Like after this is done, what's your plan?
Dude, I'm going all in on my YouTube channel, or OnlyFans. We'll see.
One of the two. Maybe part-time on both, you know. And again, you've got the studio. I've yet to come to the studio, so I can't wait to check that out. I mean, it's a professional studio, man. You built a professional studio, so I know you're going to be doing a lot of recording. Do you plan to record some bands and other people, and maybe do some mixing and that sort of thing too?
Absolutely, yeah, man. Okay. We want to go all out and have a good time and create music and share the knowledge that we have.
And that's the thing, you know. Certain seasons and certain chapters of life, they have a beginning, they have an end. Everything does in this life, and like this beautiful thing here, Replay was a beautiful thing. Had a beginning, it had an end, and we never know when that end is sometimes, but there's always that next thing, there's always that next chapter. And I love the fact that you're going all in on your channel. You built this studio, you're going all in on yourself. So, dude, I wish you nothing but success and everything, man.
I very much appreciate that, man. Thank you, sincerely.
Guys, check out Riff with Cliff on YouTube. I've got a link to his channel. And Cliff, thank you so much all again. This isn't the end for us, man. We're going to continue, you know, doing stuff together and filming and that sort of thing. So I know Replay is ending, but
not our relationship.
Not our friendship, man. So, guys, check out Riff with Cliff. Thank you for watching. Keep it metal and keep playing music.